You're not the only element of the
Just sit down wherever you want to sit down, as long as I can sit together for a reason. Yeah, well, at least I think so. Food is in the food.
I've got 3 cans of beans and 1 of mixed fruit in my suitcase. I don't know whose they are. I just put them there in the back of our car.
To the mixed vegetables. They are, they're ours, yeah. So what we've got is anyway.
You want that?
Yeah, I'll get it together. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Don't say where we're going.
Are you dropping them? Do you want to have a message?
I think it's big to do. Right, is everybody ready? Yeah, you know where we're going. Are you part of the
Right, is everyone ready now? Like, don't want to hang about too much.
More people coming up there.
Is there more people?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Start with that.
Thousands more.
We're coming all along, they'll get to hear it in the end. Yeah. Alright. Just spoken to the police again, right? Now, can you speak up a little bit? I've just spoken to the police again. Now they've got today, they've given us, you know, for what it's worth, a guarantee that we aren't going to get any hassle on the road, apart, this is what I'm going to say, apart from legality hassles, right, paperwork hassles. Now what they said they're going to do, stopping everyone and breaking everyone up in silly little routes, it's going to be bad for them as well as us, right? They're going to wait until they consider that we've travelled a fair number of miles or a fair distance, and then they're going to stop everybody individually or walk up to their vehicles or whatever when we stop and ask for paperwork. It will be paperwork over.
That's after convoy, don't let them get caught. Don't stop on their roadblocks, don't take any notice of them.
One at a time. You know, speak. Down here.
And what do we do if they're trying to arrest someone because the paperwork's wrong? What do we do then? We stop them.
Oh, you know.
Do we let them arrest anyone? Yeah?
I think we
That's
have
the
to make a
question.
decision on our own if we want to do that, but don't do
Yeah, I
it.
think it's up to
They can't arrest
Don't,
anyone.
you can't do it because of something that the police says, so there's no fucking way of trusting anything what they say. Yeah, we'll make a decision, we'll make it ourselves.
Yeah.
Don't trust it, no?
Alright, so you know,
Don't do it. Don't trust that fucking shit about paper.
it's up to individuals, right, whether they want to take the risk. We know now that they're going to stop us.
No, look at the
Yeah, but
other way.
like,
We
it's
know now they're going to
individuals,
let
we'll
them
get
go
split
2
up.
miles.
We need everybody to go as a big group and go straight through the road that's about stopping.
Just keep going.
Just keep going, don't
They've
make a
got
suggestion.
25% of vehicles.
Why are the illegal vehicles just parked up somewhere and left behind and everybody walks? That's what happened at Stony Cross. I mean, people were forced into it at Stony Cross, but they made a decision already the day before at a site meeting that they were going to leave all the lunched out motors behind and get on the legal ones. There must be enough legal motors here to get people there, or do it as a walk. How for things walks.
Vehicles though, man.
Well, it's just getting...
So we leave a few people to look after them.
No, everybody to go together. It's defeating the objective for that them.
Illegal vehicles just going on though, and then it's up to the whoever else.
No, because
come on their own.
then if they stop
We
with
shouldn't
cars,
stop
then the
us.
others get arrested.
We shouldn't let them stop us, Kevin. The only thing that they can actually stop people on at the moment is illegal vehicles. Yeah, that means about half the vehicles here are going to be lost.
Now are they just going to ask for 7-day wonders, or are they going to say, have you got your documents in
Well,
this?
the vehicle's going to be lost if they're parked outside. They don't
Hey,
just
look,
go
you
and
don't need
tow
to
away.
take photos of people's faces, please. Huh?
Can I make a suggestion? I suggest that
We don't need that
can I
many
make a
cameras
suggestion
around,
that
huh?
we travel together and that all the workers look after the vehicle. And if police say they're going to stop us, we now know that they're going to stop us. That does mean they're going to give us some. I mean, look, when we came down here, we got guarantees from the head pig who came in, saying that we would not get stopped and we would not get any hassle. And from that point on, we didn't. Yeah?
But, you know, at least they've come down and told us that we're going to be stopped.
But are we going to be stopped?
Yeah, but what does a suitable amount of miles mean? It means when they get us into a position down some fucking dead end.
But then we use our noddles and we don't go down any silly dead end.
Yeah, so that'll be going through what they've said. So why don't we just go through what they said instead of stopping for them? There's no need to stop.
What would they do to the people? That's up to individuals to
It isn't,
decide.
because we all get we all want to go to the Stones, right? We want to be there for dawn tomorrow. There is absolutely no way you can fight your way to the Stones.
Right, yeah.
I mean, anybody who thinks that they're going to bust through police roadblocks and fight things is just kidding themselves.
Yeah.
What do you propose doing when they start beating your face in the truck? You're not just going to stand there and say, you don't get to the point where that sort of thing begins.
Oh,
We've got to negotiate somewhere where we can say passage to then, where we can park. Because we can't just leave the vehicles in the road and just, I mean, no matter what, so we've got to go sit. Are you gonna let the police lead you like lambs right round the little popsy sites that are made up so you can go and see the Stones on their terms? Why not see them on your own terms?
We've just got to get as near as we can, then walk.
Not as far as I know.
Yeah, we have.
Shall we pick on the side that we like you?
Yeah, but we can't do that aloud.
Right, as far as sites go, without giving too much away, right, because we've got too many people.
Well, get your ass
As far as sites go, yeah, the lead vehicle, which is that truck sitting behind you all, has an idea of where he is going. Right? So if we all just follow him, he knows what to do. Let's go!
Take it slow, man.
Vehicle stuck by the car park.
Yeah.
A working van and a green ladies car. Could we let them through before we go?
Yeah, but like, you know, as far as any private vehicles that are left on the road, yeah?
In the middle, they're stuck in the middle. They might be laying up. We just need to stop the vehicles to move across so they can come out.
But as far as that goes, that's their own silly fault, because there's been roadblocks at each end for the last hour and a half, which I asked them if
Please let them out. Could we let them out?
Yeah, well, I don't mind letting them out.
Has anyone got full cover to drive a vehicle? If so, speak up now because the vehicle might be left behind if not. What's that? You got a cover to drive a motor? License? No, it's insurance. Hey. It's a little beaver van. It's got MOT and pet, so he comes.
No, drop down, I've got to drive.
No, I want someone to drive the van.
Chris, have you got yours?
It's a mini insurance.
Could we tow the illegal vehicles?
Yeah.
Take them with us, man, wherever we go.
Yeah, but it needs to be a rigid tow.
It needs to be a rigid tow.
Just a pretty bit of road.
No, just leave rock.
No, I shouldn't mind for that.
It's going really slow.
That's fair enough.
Okay, who's got some rope then? Right, sorted.
Right,
Just a suggestion about walking.
yeah, I was just going to say about this, right? With the walkers and that, yeah, it'd be a better idea, I think, if like people can like spread out around each vehicle. There's enough walkers going to spread round.
Yeah, and any splits, right? Big gaps that develop in the convoy, right? Fill it up with walkers. No gaps, right? And on corners and on junctions, line up in rows in front of the police so that they can't come through and break it up. Yeah.
Have we reached any decisions about these illegal vehicles? Because if the police decide to stop people and check vehicles for legality, you can have as many walkers around them as you like. It's not going to stop them doing it, and it's not going to stop them taking the motor away if they find it's
Right,
illegal.
yeah, correct, yeah.
Two of them, yeah.
We need to stretch the line a bit to line up properly to let these vehicles through and to let a camera van nearer to the front. There's a van with a camera in the van.
Right, just talking about.
Move back a bit, make a bit of room for shunting in the middle.
You've changed what was decided.
No, we haven't changed anything.
You have, I thought
Nothing was decided.
Anybody
We
with
decided
rock?
that we were moving off the site in the last meeting that we had.
No, I don't mean in the meeting, I've just been told.
What have you been told?
can't say it. Look. I thought the point was is that vehicles couldn't go at walking pace. They'll break down. We're not going to get anywhere if we try and do that again. I thought the idea was to get the walkers going straight there.
There's no way it works.
It's pretty split, isn't it?
Alex,
No, you don't have to go at walking pace. But this is the problem: is you've got walkers and you've got vehicles. It's two different things trying to be one thing. We should If people want to get to Stonehenge, there's only one way to get there, and that is to walk. With maybe one or two support vehicles, yeah. I mean, there's no way anybody's going to get anywhere.
this is what the people want. You have got to recognise that it's not just the minority.
Yeah, but this is just the walkers that we've talked to here. There's all the people in the vehicles. There's loads of people.
All those people back there who are walking want to walk with vehicles. All the people in the vehicles want walkers around. Right? If they didn't, they would have voiced that on the thing.
No, that's not true at all. That's outside the influence at all.
You know,
There's no one man doing anything here. It's everybody working together. Well, wasn't at the earlier meeting. What was actually decided at the earlier meeting?
what was actually nothing was decided at the earlier meeting as general. All that was decided in general at the meeting this morning was the only other meeting we would move on today and we would ignore this
We don't either. We have a right to go to our stones to worship as we always have done for the past 12 years. Yeah. You get out of our way. You are disturbing our civil liberties. You are taking away from us our right to do as we wish to do in our own country. We do no one no harm. We are not thieves. We are not criminals. We are honest people. Some of the most honest people on this planet. And I do not fear your arrest, I do not fear you. I know that I am doing what I believe is right.
You aren't, you're acting outside the law.
Now listen, you are outside the law, you have created the obstruction, you are doing the causing the trouble.
Calm down, right?
Alright, just listen. Right, listen. I've listened to you now. Will you listen to me? You know, and please. Serious.
What was you going to say then?
Just can we just like just keep it as cool as possible?
Have to get excited.
Yeah, sometimes
Yes. There was nothing wrong.
Right?
Nothing wrong. He did that. Don't worry about it.
He wants to say that, he says it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's free speech, man. You can say what you want.
But I can't.
Yeah, let's not
argue.
argue. Don't argue.
You know.
Now they've got to sort out what they're going to say, and we just got to have them come back, listen to what they say, and then
Yeah, why don't you film one of those copies?
yeah, film that there. We can sort this. Look, we don't have to have a meeting straight away. We let them say what they're going to say, and if we need a meeting before we speak again, we'll take a meeting before we speak again.
Did you hear what he was saying?
Yes. No, I heard what was said on our half.
Break up into groups, 3 or 4 vehicles, go away separately, away from the stores.
Well, that's no. That is unacceptable. You know why that's unacceptable. So that's all there is to it. You know, right now they are breaking the law, and we aren't. They're on the wrong side of the road. They're stopping us from moving.
Yeah.
They've got no right to stop us from moving.
No right to
No parking zone.
They have no right to stop us moving.
But just let,
How many laws have you broken today, Mr. Policeman? Who's going to arrest you, hey? Citizens arrest on you.
Sure. Keep it mellow most of all.
What's the problem then? Why we stopped?
Here they come.
Look, can I get the press in here? Yo, press, come here. Are you going to come in and beat our heads in?
Yeah, why have you got...
Have you stopped?
No, you're there.
Have you stopped police officers?
Why are you ready for a riot? Have you come to cause one for us? Because that's what that is, fucking threatening.
Hold it!
Break up!
All we know is that Stonehenge is open, right? Because we don't believe in your law.
Second ambulance. There's a blue car. Stonehenge! 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 Stonehenge!
Yeah.
Yay!
It's London, South Africa.
I think that if you find out by tomorrow, it will be beneficial to this sick and diseased country. So let's not take the responsibility. We are taking ours. There has been not one arrest today. There's been not a single accident. The population, local population has been helping us. Everybody cheering us. Let's have a good fiesta.
What do you think we're going to do?
I have said all I wanted to say.
We're not going to
If we breach the peace, you're arrested.
Who's going to complain about a breach of the peace up there anyhow?
It's not our intention. Preemption someone that hasn't even happened.
No, it won't be.
There will be.
What are you on about? Between whom will this breach of the
Have you got the right to negotiate?
What is your name? What's your name?
Because we don't fight amongst ourselves. We leave that to you. camera vehicle. Push them out of
Everyone shut up.
This is Chief Superintendent Denning, the guy that I've been
Yeah, even with cameras.
Listen then, because I can't shout too loud. I'm losing my voice. We're going to put those cameras on, we're putting that back on, aren't they? But, this is Superintendent Flanagan and Superintendent Evans, who I think some of you have spoken to this morning.
Can you speak up a bit?
The situation is that we have been told that there is a possibility that you have found a site somewhere in that direction. Listen, I have been told that by people amongst your group. If that is so, and you want to go in that direction to go to that site, we have no objection to you doing so in small numbers. Listen.
Quiet.
3 or 4 vehicles at a time. Listen, I will explain to you why. Because we cannot allow the roads to be blocked up by the long convoy for the first. Listen. That is the reason, and because also, if there is a large group of you, we must fear that with the large group there may be a breach of the peace.
We haven't done it so far.
Don't you have to be, aren't you innocent until proved guilty nowadays then? In case you might do something.
You have my assurance and the Assistant Chief Constable's.
We've had you on assurance before and
Let him speak.
Look, there is sufficient of the media here recording this, and you have my assurance as a senior police officer that if you break down into those groups and move in the direction you want to go to that site, if it's one where you're allowed to go, where the landowner is going to welcome you, you will not in any way be hindered in travelling along the road. And you will then, listen, you will then, within a reasonable time, surely have regrouped on that field or wherever it is where that person says you can go. Now,
Still looking for a site.
I am told that there is a possibility that one has been found. Alright? Now look, that's the situation.
Can I just ask a question, right? Just a minute, right? Okay, that's the immediate situation, right? Okay, because you think we're going to head to Stonehenge, right? Now, what about this, just a point, right? This piece of paper that you people passed to us this morning, outlining some ridiculous clauses on people's access to a religious site in this country, right? A religious pilgrim site in this country. Now then, who made them laws that people cannot go to a religious site and carry on their summer solstice worship?
Where's the world coming to?
No, wait a minute. On that thing, right, it said that only 300 people were allowed to that place. Now, if you've got Winchester Cathedral or whatever cathedral, right, and are you stopping people on summer solstice going into them places if it holds more than 300 people? Are you? You're not.
Listen, I think, you must understand.
Now, we've sorted out something for the immediate situation, but we want access to our religious site. Let him answer.
Alright, well let me just take that point.
Yeah.
We know that you want to go there. We know why you want to go there.
Why do we?
Because of your religious ceremonies.
Give him a light, Ayla.
What an attempt has been made to compromise to allow some of you to go and do that this year in 1987. not us. We're not allowed to go there.
Nobody likes Langford. Hanging Langford was allowed there.
That's right, and we're from there. Listen.
They had a piece of paper that was handed out this morning.
Look, will you listen, or else I should go? If you will not listen, there is no point in me staying here. I'm wasting my time. The piece of paper which the Chief Constable signed is very carefully worded, and if you read it carefully, you will realise that it says that the people at Steeple Langford as a group cannot go there. If part of that group want to form the 300 on the coaches, there is no objection.
Could you tell us why you set the number at 300?
But listen, what you must understand is that the situation why you cannot go as a total group is because there are injunctions on the land, and if you go there, there must be a fear of the breach of the peace, because as a total group, because as a total group, you cannot guarantee that some or all would not attempt to go on that land, and that would clearly be a breach of the peace. Now that's not my law, that is the law of the land, as put forward by High Court judges.
As a point on that, right, as a point on that,
Now
right,
listen,
as a point on the law of the land, right, you're saying that a breach of the peace might be occasioned if more than 300 people go there,
Yes.
right? If people are walking there, they are not going to attempt to take a festival site if we've already got a festival site. We want to go to Stonehenge. On foot, all of us.
may I suggest that you take the situation stage by stage? You haven't got a site at this moment.
But people are looking for a site, it's been sorted out.
Take it stage by stage then, and let's solve the problem here without any further conflict. All right?
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Cooperation.
We want to know anymore as a group. I'm not going to defend the law with you in a group, so I'll go away now. If none of you want to come and talk separately,
Please, no, wait.
No, but just in front of the cameras, right? I mean, it's important on the religious aspect of it. A law has been passed stopping us holding our religious ceremonies at a religious site. Now, if it's in a church which holds more than 300 people, on summer solstice, which they do, and people want to go and worship there, right? Is there any laws in this country stopping them doing that?
I'm sorry, you well know there are no injunctions on churches, there is at Stonehenge. I can say no more than that.
Here! You can't just walk out of me like that! Anyway, listen, what we'll do...
Pass me that stick.
Nearly 200 hippies thought to be planning a rock festival at Stonehenge. The authorities said the event would be illegal, and police have now moved in to enforce the ban. The police had said they'd allow 300 festival goers at Stonehenge, but not this 300. They were back on the road. Hippies, anarchists, travellers and weekenders. A second peace convoy. They'd been told to leave their campsite and they'd gone, walking away from Stonehenge. They'd climbed down, not far enough down for the police. They weren't having another convoy and they stopped it dead.
You are instructed to disperse immediately. If you do not, you will be arrested for obstructing the highway.
The order was disperse, but nobody said where to. That was out of the question. But they couldn't stay on the main road, the police said, and they couldn't go either. Or at least, not altogether. The convoy said they'd move on, but they wouldn't be split up. It was stalemate, and the police made the first move. They came in suddenly and in strength, and there were several angry scuffles.
You've got my stuff, right?
You'll get it
You've got my stuff, follow my stuff.
There were no injuries, but some arrests the police didn't want on television. The argument was over. They'd said anyone who wouldn't move would be arrested, and scores of them were. All the fight by this stage had gone out of them. Others took to the open ground by the road. They might have slipped away earlier, but now they were hunted down across the fields. Most, though, were simply herded off on foot and in their vehicles, searching once more for a campsite. Local farmers didn't want to help. They'd blockaded their land and they weren't moving.
There's an injunction on that land and you're not going down there. That vehicle is sitting there. There's no vehicle right away. That's a bridle bar.
When they did find a parking spot, they were hustled off it in the small groups the police wanted. The day before the summer solstice, the second peace convoy was in pieces.
Magistrates to leave the county of Wiltshire. The hippies, who were planning to celebrate the summer solstice at Stonehenge, appeared in court mainly on charges of obstructing the highway. This morning, some hippies joined a group of druids at their traditional Stonehenge ceremony, but police kept them all outside the stone circle.
The druids and hippies alike wanted to be. Some at least had made the pilgrimage they'd feared would be forbidden. Within sight of the stones at least, but outside the circle. The ceremony's only 80 years old. This year, though, it had a particular point.
We are gathered within this place of light and have left outside all disturbing thoughts.
They'd been caught up in the campaign against the hippies. These were the remnants of 2 peace convoys. They, too, were there strictly on sufferance. It was the moment they'd all been waiting for, celebrating the summer solstice as best they could, the stones only yards away, but quite out of reach. Most of the hippies, anyway, were due at another ceremony, Salisbury Magistrates' Court. Ordered out of the county on bail, they were predictably unrepentant after a night in the cells.
We got a meal and a decent night's sleep.
Yeah, we got a meal, a decent night's sleep. We was, you know, they was a little sarcastic on the way down in the van, but so were we.
And that was the epitaph on what was to have been the Stonehenge Festival.
About 40 miles away from Stonehenge, another festival went ahead more successfully. 70,000 people crowded onto farmland at Hilton near Glastonbury for CND's annual rock festival. It's the biggest event of its kind in Europe. Indeed, it's so popular the owner of the land says he may cancel it next year because he's worried the numbers could double. And that's
opposite extremes in American society. Timothy Leary is the